Good morning, everybody. Welcome back to Cilinix Crypto. I hope you're all doing great, and welcome to this new video right here on Ethereum. We're going to do a full update on Ethereum on the last 24 hours. Last 24 hours have been quite interesting, but also going into next week. Next week, as most of you know, is quite a major week for crypto. We have the FOMC interest rate decision and the press conference afterwards. So that's going to be major next week. The exact reaction or what we can expect from the market is still a little bit unclear. But I would say the base case is volatility, right? So that is definitely something you should expect, especially given the price action we've seen from Ethereum in the last 2 days. But we'll talk about that. I mean, it's later today. I still have some research left to do. To be fair with you. So later today, I'll be back with a full update on what to expect from the news. There's basically two scenarios, right? The first scenario, which seems a little bit more likely given the price action we've seen so far, is that we just rally into the FOMC and that we get some sort of a sell the news, for the lack of a better word, effect afterwards, right? And that would be the scenario that at this point of time I would be inclined to lean towards, right? I mean, Ethereum has been incredibly strong. Ever since the breakout above 4,500, it has been strong. It left a lot of imbalances, tested almost none of them, including an imbalance left on Friday, right? I mean, Friday evening, we spiked up quite a bit. We left two single prints right here at 4,600. And then yesterday afternoon, we got a bit of a spike down, right? Yesterday, we got some bearish pressure, but you can see that Ethereum just found support right here just above 4,600, right? So those single prints even got front ran, which is incredibly bullish on the lower time frames, at least. However, we still have some fair value gaps to the downside. If you really zoom out and you compare the move that we had Friday to the moves that we had 2 months ago with Ethereum, the volume was quite low, right? So volume did increase a lot compared to the week before, but the week before the volume for Ethereum was just incredibly low, right? So if the standards are very low, it's not difficult to outshine those. So it's a bit of a difficult situation, and I think I think the risk rewards when we're talking about trading Ethereum is also very capped, right? I mean, we have this like the local resistance level, and I'm not going to say that this is a major resistance level, but the local resistance is at 4,800. So if you want to long Ethereum right now, like the potential reward is like a 3% move. And then we have this fair value gap all the way down and a crucial support level all the way down at 4,500. That's about a 4%, 3.5% move down. So the risk reward at this point of time in trading Ethereum doesn't really make sense, especially if you take into account that we have a very volatile event coming up next week. So I would actually say, just to be a little bit on the safe side, what I would expect right now for Ethereum and what my prediction would be is that, first of all, in the higher time frames, I do think we're going to remain bullish. I've seen enough bullish confirmation from Ethereum starting all the way Wednesday last week, and I think we've seen that throughout the crypto markets. So I am going to be slightly bullish. But because of the volatility next week, I do think it's most likely that, Sunday to Monday is going to be very volatile in general, but that we are going to test that level right here at 4,500 and 4,480. Where, by the way, we also have the 4-hour trend. We have the 30-day rolling VWAP. We have the 7-day rolling VWAP. So that is, quite a strong support level. And I would definitely, if I were you, look into, placing a long limit potentially there. That's not financial advice, but it's just it's an area of confluence. Very interesting. And I think we're going to be able to hold that, maybe flush down below it a bit. That's fine. But hold that. And from there, I do think we're going to be able to move into 4,800. But to break out of 4,800, I don't see enough strength nor momentum for that yet. That could be later though. I'll keep you updated on that. But for now, I think that's what you need to know going into next week. So hopefully that helps. For now, thank you for watching. Have a great Sunday, everybody. Take care and bye.